Breaking news, Aisha Yesufu are just checking the political table in Nigeria. In a video clip now circulating online, she boldly declared that a referendum should be conducted in Nigeria. Yes, you heard me right. She is saying that if any region no longer want to be part of Nigeria, they should be allowed to leave. No one should be held hostage in a country against their will. This is a very powerful statement because it touched the heart of what IPOB has been demanding for years. Biafra referendum, Aisha is now saying what many politicians are too afraid to say. But why now, and what does this mean for the future of Nigeria? Stay with me because this story is not just about Aisha Yesufu, it is about the future of Biafra, Oduduwa, and even Arewa.
IPOB has maintained its demand for a referendum on Biafra's independence, while the Nigerian government insists the group's activities threaten national security. I do not see anything that threatens national security because people are asking for a referendum. There should be a referendum. Every region should be asked whether they want to be part of Nigeria. And if there's any region that does not want to be part of Nigeria, it's okay to allow that region to go its own way. Holding them hostage, because this is really holding them hostage, it's wrong. If you do a referendum, then you put it to rest. If they want to go, fine. If they want to stay, whether it is IPOB, whether it is Arewa, whether it is Oduduwa, whether it is South people, let everybody decide. It is already 110 years, or it's already 111 years since the amalgamation, where the Northern Protectorate and the Southern Protectorate were put together. Why are you still forcing people to stay together? I have always said it, and I'll continue to say it, we need to have a Nigerian conversation. But by the way, has Kanu Nwankwo been vindicated? Now they have said APC and PDP are terrorist organizations, according to a Canadian court. Thank you so much for watching.
You have just heard it from Aisha Yesufu herself. She said it clearly. If people want to go, let them go. Don't hold them hostage. Don't pretend unity is by force. Now, listen carefully. This is not an ordinary statement. This is something that could change the destiny of Nigeria. So, here's why you need to stay with me till the very end of this video. I will break this story down into 10 powerful segments. Each one will open your eyes to a truth many politicians don't want you to know. And by the time we get to the last segment, you will understand why this single statement from Aisha Yesufu may be a turning point in Nigeria's history. The courage of Aisha Yesufu is one of the bravest voices in Nigeria today. She has been speaking truth to power for years, from the Bring Back Our Girls movement to the End SARS protests. She has always been on the side of the people, not the government. Many people respect her because she does not care about political office or money. She cares about justice. So, when she came out boldly to say that a referendum should be conducted in Nigeria, it shook many people. This is not a small statement. It is not coming from a random social media users. It is coming from someone who has a national and even international reputation. Aisha is not Igbo. She is not Yoruba. She is from the north. Yet, she is saying that Biafra, Oduduwa, and even Arewa should be given the right to decide if they want to stay in Nigeria or not. That courage is what makes her different. Many politicians will never say it because they fear losing power. But Aisha is not afraid. She is ready to speak the truth, no matter how bitter. This is why her voice matters. She has the courage to say what others are hiding. And that courage has now forced Nigeria into a very uncomfortable conversation. The art of the IPOB demand. For years, IPOB has been demanding one simple thing: a referendum. They are not asking for war. They are not asking for bloodshed. They are saying, give us the ballot box. Let us decide our future. This is exactly what Aisha Yesufu has repeated. The Nigerian government often say IPOB is a terrorist group. But the truth is IPOB's central demand is democratic. It is about voting, whether you agree with them or not. You cannot deny that a referendum is a peaceful process. When Aisha repeats this call, it shows that the demand is not unreasonable. It is not something to be dismissed. It is something that even respected activists see as legitimate. This also exposes the double standard of the Nigerian government. On one hand, they claim to believe in democracy. On the other hand, they are afraid of giving people a chance to vote about their future. The art of IPOB struggle is about self-determination. It is about dignity. It is about giving people the right to say, yes, we want to stay, or no, we want to leave. Aisha just reminded Nigeria that this is not a crime, it is a right. By echoing IPOB's demand, she has brought their message back into the national spotlight. Nigeria's fear of referendum. Why does the Nigerian government fear referendum? The answer is very simple. They are afraid of the truth. If a referendum is conducted and millions of people say they don't want to be part of Nigeria, the illusion of unity will collapse. The government knows this. They know that forcing unity through the military is not the same as people willing choosing unity. This is why every time IPOB talk about referendum, the government brings up national security. They hide behind security excuse because they know the result may not favor them. But here's the reality. You cannot silence people forever. If they cannot speak through the ballot, they will speak through protest. If you crush the protest, anger will rise. That anger can explode in ways that no arm can control. Aisha Yesufu is exposing this fear. By calling for a referendum, she is saying if Nigeria is truly strong, prove it at the ballot box. If people love Nigeria, let them vote to stay. But if they don't, why forcing them? The truth is that Nigeria's leaders are more afraid of the people's voice than of any so-called threat. That fear is why they refuse referendum. No region should be a prison. Aisha Yesufu made a very powerful statement. No region should be held hostage. This is one of the most important points in this entire debate. Think about it. If you are in a marriage that is no longer working, what happens? Both partners sit down and talk. If the love is gone, they separate. That is normal. That is healthy. But in Nigeria, separation is treated like a crime. People are forced to stay in a union that is filled with anger, mistrust, and violence. This is why Aisha words hit so hard. She is saying clearly, Nigeria is not a prison. If the Southeast want to go, let them go. If the North want to stay, let them stay. But do not hold anyone against their will. Unity should be by agreement, not by force. Forcing people to stay together create resentment, and resentment can explode into violence. True unity comes when people say yes, we want this freely, not when soldiers are used to keep them together. By calling Nigeria a hostage situation, Aisha Yesufu has described exactly how millions of people feel. And she is right. No region should be treated like a prisoner inside a country that claims to be free. The global example. One of the strongest arguments Aisha Yesufu made is that referendum is not new. Around the world, many countries have used it to solve difficult questions. Look at Scotland. In 2014, the people of Scotland were given a chance to vote on whether they want to remain in the United Kingdom or become independent. The government did not call them terrorists. They allowed the ballot to decide. Look at South Sudan. After decades of war, the people were finally given a referendum. They voted massively to leave Sudan. And today, South Sudan is a nation. Even United Kingdom itself used referendum for Brexit. The people were asked if they want to stay in the European Union or leave. And when they vote to leave, the government respected their choice. So, why is Nigeria different? Why is Nigeria so afraid of referendum? If the unity of Nigeria is as strong as politicians claim, then they should allow the people to prove it through voting. The global example show one clear truth. Referendum is not war. Referendum is democracy. Refusing referendum is what creates instability. Aisha is reminding Nigeria that the world has already set the example. The question is, will Nigeria follow it? The security excuse. Every time the topic of referendum comes up, the Nigerian government hides behind one excuse: national security. They say that allowing referendum will threaten the unity of the country and that IPOB's activities are dangerous. But let's think carefully. What creates more danger? Allowing people to vote peacefully or forcing them to remain in anger? The truth is, suppressing people creates more insecurity. When people feel they are not heard, they become frustrated. Frustration turns into protest. Protests turn into clashes, and clashes can turn into full-blown conflict. On the other hand, when people are allowed to vote, even if they lose, at least they know their voice was heard. It reduces tension. It gives them a chance to express themselves without violence. Aisha Yesufu is exposing this lie. She is saying that referendum is not a security threat. The real threat is silencing people. The real threat is pretending that unity is by force. In fact, referendum could be the key to peace. It could give Nigeria a fresh start. If people vote to stay, then the union is stronger. If they vote to leave, then separation can happen peacefully without war. Either way, democracy wins. This is the truth that many leaders don't want to admit. The silent majority. One of the things Aisha Yesufu's statement reveals is that millions of Nigerians are silent but not happy. In the southeast, many people secretly support Biafra but are afraid to say it openly because of soldiers and security agents. In the southeast, many people quietly talk about Oduduwa but are scared of being labeled enemies of Nigeria. Even in the north, some are tired of the endless insecurity and want a different future. These people form a silent majority. They may not carry flags, but in their hearts, they are tired of Nigeria's endless problem. A referendum gives this silent majority a voice. It gives them a chance to speak without fear. No one will be arrested for casting a vote. No one will be punished for ticking yes or no. Aisha Yesufu is speaking for these silent millions. She is saying you deserve the right to decide. That is why her statement is so powerful. It is not just about IPOB, it is about all Nigerians who feel trapped but cannot speak. This silent majority is the reason why referendum is so important. It gives power back to the people, not just the politicians. Aisha versus the politicians. There is something very important we must not ignore. Most Nigerian politicians will never say what Aisha Yesufu said. Why? Because they benefit from the current system. For many politicians, Nigeria is not about unity. It is about money, power, and control. They use one Nigeria as a slogan to protect their own positions. But deep down, they know the country is not working. They know people are suffering, yet they don't care because they are feeding fast from the system. Aisha is different. She has no political seat to protect. She is not trying to contest election. She is not afraid of losing any benefits. That's freedom. Give her the courage to speak. And this is why her words are dangerous to the politicians. When someone with nothing to lose speaks the truth, it exposes the lies of those in power. Her statement forced Nigerians to ask if one woman can see this truth. Why are our leaders blind to it? The truth is, they are not blind. They are pretending, and Aisha has just called their bluff. The message to Biafra and Oduduwa. For people in the southeast and southwest, Aisha Yesuf's statement is like a message of encouragement. She is basically saying, your demand is not foolish. Your struggle is not a crime. For years, anyone who talked about Biafra was quickly labeled a troublemaker. People are arrested, harassed, or silenced. The same happened with Oduduwa activism. But now, someone respected and fearless is saying openly that their demand is legitimate. This changed the conversation. It gives new energy to the struggle. It tells people that they are not alone. Even those outside their region can see the truth of their demand. It also puts more pressure on the government. If only IPOB is saying it, they can dismiss it. But if respected voice like Aisha Yesufu are saying the same thing, then the government cannot hide forever. For Biafra and Oduduwa supporters, this statement is a signal. Keep pushing, keep demanding. The world is beginning to listen. The future after this statement. The most important question is this: what happened after Aisha Yesufu both statements? One thing is sure, this will not be the end. Once a respected voice has spoken, others will start speaking too. Human rights groups will raise the issue. Journalists will write about it. Lawyers will challenge the government in court, and ordinary Nigerians will begin to discuss it more openly. This is how movement grow. It always starts with a few bold voice, then it spread like fire. Aisha Yesufu may have just started something that cannot be stopped. The government may try to ignore her. They may even attack her, but the truth is out now. People have heard it, and you cannot unhear the truth. The future of Nigeria may not change tomorrow, but slowly the pressure will build, and one day Nigeria may be forced to face the question it has been running from. Should the people have a referendum? That day may come sooner than anyone expects, and when it comes, Aisha Yesufu's statement will be remembered as the spark that lights the fire. Now, let me ask directly, do you agree with Aisha Yesufu? Should Nigeria conduct a referendum and allow regions to decide if they want to stay or go? Or do you believe Nigeria must remain one no matter what? Drop your answer in the comments. Let your voice be heard. If you found this analysis powerful, please like this video so more people can see it. Share it with your friends and family so they can join the discussion. And don't forget to subscribe for more updates on story like this, because one thing is clear: Aisha Yesufu's word may not just be trending news, they may be the beginning of a new chapter in Nigeria history.